印起来，可是他们两个还没到。Okay, so we begin our opening. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's our great pleasure that we have this great computer Go competition at Bali IEEE this year. Thank you very much for your support, including our IEEE CIS Society President Gary and our General Chair of Bali IEEE 2011, Professor C.T. Lin, and so many organizations in the world. For example, Xidapang Company, the President Zhang, and Alcatel Lucent, and HP, and the TAAI, and the Grid 5000 project in France, and the TAAI, Taiwanese Association for Artificial Intelligence, and the National University of Tainan, Shanghai University, National Donghua University, and the National Science Council, and so on. So many organizations. So thank you very much. So now we invite our CIS President Gary to give a brief talk about the opening. Thank you, Gary.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I'm a little bit underdressed. I know this is a social gathering, but it's okay. What a pleasure to be here. On behalf of the IEEE Computation Intelligence Society, I want to take this opportunity to thank my highest regards to our host, Professor C.T. Lin and Professor Jianxin Li, and their respective research team and co-workers. Without the time, energy, resource they put into, we will not have what we see today. This is an incredible event that we, IEEE Computation Intelligence Society, is really proud to be part of it. I know, if I recall it, from one time I saw it happen in Tainan, and then last year was in Barcelona, and then this year Bernadette take over in Paris, and now here we're back into Taipei. And you're going to see continuously every year that we are sponsoring this event. And IEEE Computation Intelligence Society is really, really honored to be part of this co-sponsor. I was very, very excited. I arrived last night pretty late, around 11 o'clock. I wake up around 5 a.m. this morning, begin my interrogating. If you know that from US, we get ready for the ball games very, very early. Just get started, get high, get pumped up. And in case those audience here, you are not familiar with our prayers, the human prayer today, they are all the Olympic class. I mean, I don't know what there's easy ways to find, quantify, to describe it. Something, if you are into the basketball, they are your Kobe and Dirk Nowitzki. If you are into the baseball, they are the Cliff Lee and possible the Derek Jeter. And for those, you really have to appreciate for the class they bring in here the visibility to our community to allow these research groups that we can get into a lot of research activity, finding a way that how can we lift out machines' intelligence eventually, hopefully one day to the human level. And so it's really, really an honor for me to stand here and to thank them and enjoy your time. Thank you.
Next, we invite our General Chair, Professor C.T. Lin, to give a brief talk. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As the General Chair of Bali IEEE 2011, I'm very excited to have the Computer Go game competition as an opening activity for this whole conference. As under the leadership of our President, as the advance the progress of computation intelligence, it's possible to see that machine have the competence to compete with the human beings. But of course, it's still a long way to go. We are very pleasure. It's our great pleasure to invite the world famous chess player to here to demonstrate the exciting games to us. Also, especially thanks Professor Jianxin Li as great effort to make this competition games world famous and best wish to the big success of this game. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Next, we invite our Vice President Piero Bonison from American. Thank you, Piero.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to say this is computational intelligence versus natural intelligence. And one could think that games sort of exemplify, incarnate the concept of intelligent activity. So it's really refreshing, first of all, to see how computational intelligence techniques have been used to reason about the game of Go with a very simple set of rules, deceptively simple, carries such a huge complexity in terms of the evaluation of the board, the strategies, and then translating that into the tactical action. And we've seen games, human versus computer in games in the past, right? Chess, checker was done many years ago. Chess was done recently when basically Kasparov got beaten. But Go is still an open challenge. And we have sort of a gradient from 9 by 9 to 13 by 13. Now we're glad to see 19 by 19, which is very, very difficult. And so I think we are on the right path. I want to also thank your human experts to help us in this process of calibration and refinement of the program solution. Without them, progress would be much slower. And so I'm very excited and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Next, we invite the SSCI 2011 General Chair, Professor Brandy from France, to give our a short talk about the game of Go. You.
Coming from Europe, I'm honored to be invited to participate in the opening ceremony of the Human Computer Competition in Asia, at the birthplace of the game of Go. You probably don't know that my laboratory in Paris has been a pioneer in game playing programs. Since our former director, Professor Jacques Picard, has been one of the very first researchers in the field, and he published a seminal paper on the realization of a general game-playing program in 1968, and the paper entitled A Program to Learn to Play Chess in 1976. Since then, advances have been spectacular until Deep Blue's famous victory over Garry Kasparov in 1996, and much work has been achieved by researchers after success. Today, several programs in the world have reached a play level that was unbelievable only 10 years ago. Have been very pleased and honored to present the awards to the winners in Paris at the occasion of SSCI 2011 in April 2011. I see that computer game playing is more and more sophisticated, and to tell the truth, as a human being, I don't know if I prefer to congratulate a human player who is still able to win against a number of machines equipped with the most advanced programs, or to congratulate researchers who have been able to train a machine to win against the most expert human players. As a researcher, I will obviously be happy to see a machine able to play as well as a human professional Go player. I wish you a very exciting competition.
Okay, thank you very much. And next, we invite Professor Vincenzo Loya to give a short comment from Italy. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning to everybody. The ability of fuzzy computing is in how it's easy to express action, relation, statement by using words, by using human concepts. When essentially 10 years ago we started to work around fuzzy markup language, probably we had a nice idea, but not always a nice idea can be a useful idea. Thanks to the hard work of a large community that is framed inside the Computational Intelligence Society, and also by a special thanks to Professor Cianceli, that has been probably one of the major promoters of fuzzy markup language. we have demonstrated many useful applications. And thanks to this application, Computation Intelligence Society has promoted Fuzzy McCarthy language as a standard in IEEE standard committee. Of course, there is another big effort to do, but I think that some interesting results have been achieved. Now, in the different application, we are exploring Fuzzy McCarthy language also as a key issue to develop smart programs to play good. And I think this is a very challenging and interesting idea. So, thank you.
We invite the President of Xidakang, President Zhang Shengsu, to give a comment. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Sam Zhang, the sponsor of the Go game. I have sponsored the Go game for over 10 years, so that you should know why I'm so anxious about when the computer will be the second Deep Blue to beat all the human players. And in fact, I just took the 16 hours airplane from the Las Vegas, and 2 hours ago, I just arrived in Taipei. So I would rather be here than gamble in the same city. That you know, I'm the super fan to the Go game. And I wish for those 2 days we can see whoever the human player or the computer win, that means I win. Thank you very much.
Finally, we invite our Chief Jubilee, the Dean of the Chinese Go Association, Shi Mingqi.
各位女士先生，大家早安。很荣幸呢出席今天的盛会。我仅代表那个我们台湾的围棋界的能够预祝今天大会的圆满成功。那我也很高兴能够见证今天的这一次人脑跟人工智慧的一个竞技。那么我们都知道哈，那个人工智慧这个进展日新月异，但是呢，我们今天的这个像我们那个周金星9段跟我们的黑加加5段呢，去年的亚运呢，是这个混双里面预赛的冠军，所以这个是很不容易的。所以，但是呢，我过去几次我也见证这个人工智慧在这个围棋方面的那个快速的进展，这个是真的是令我非常的惊讶。这个希望今天呢能够再见到这个人工智慧的一个更高的一个成长。谢谢。
Mr. Qing is the General Secretary of the Go Association. So he's on behalf of the Taiwan the Go players to welcome all the attendees. And he said artificial intelligence is making progress for those years. So right now we have the Mr. Zhou and 9 Dan and Miss Hei 5 Dan, right? 5 Dan. They both are the 混双 pair go champion, right? The last year champion. 预赛 Semi. Okay. However, they are the Taiwan #1. So the computer must have the #1. Then we can see the very good game. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Today we will have 4 professional Go players. One is Jun Jun Zhou, and one is Jia Jia Hei, and one is Ping Qiang Zhou, and one is Kai Xun Zhang. So now we will have a demo game. So we invite professional Go player Jun Jun Zhou and Jia Jia Hei to here, and so I will translate in Chinese. 我们现在就是请黑佳佳跟周君君下一个示范赛，双方各5分钟，所以10分钟内媒体就可以拍。那个慧敏是不是要来操控电脑？慧敏来操控。